And that's getting YouTubed.
All right, so let's start on the outside stuff you can see here. Okay, first testes right here. This is actually the epididymis that is lying right here, and then up here, the ductus deferens, vas deferens, and what's another one? There's one more name for it, but vas deferens is usually what everybody calls it. Okay, here is the pubic symphysis right here. Okay, here is the pubic bone. Okay, going from the pubic symphysis to the anterior superior iliac spine, just like you have on the leg, right there, you can even see it, is the inguinal ligament. See the femoral artery, nerve, and vein going through the inguinal ligament. The ductus deferens, the vas deferens, also goes through the inguinal hiatus. Okay. Here, if I grab this whole thing, that is their spermatic cord. Okay. Not as bad as grabbing this. If I grab this whole thing, that's the spermatic cord.
Spermatic.
Okay. On this drawing, okay, here's their spermatic cord. Here is the inguinal hiatus that it is going through. Okay. In the spermatic cord is the testicular artery, vein, and nerve, okay, as well as the vas deferens. Okay. The whole thing is located in the spermatic cord. All right, as the vas deferens comes up, it wraps back around behind the bladder. This is the urinary bladder of the guy. Okay, wraps back around behind. Okay, we then have our walnut-sized gland that causes us lots of problems later in life. So this is the prostate gland on the outside. This is the prostate gland on the inside. Here's the urethra going through the prostate gland. Okay, so the vas deferens comes around, wraps around. This big yellow thing right here is the seminal vesicle. Okay, so semen is stored in the seminal vesicle, and a little bit is stored not in the prostate, but in the ejaculatory duct, and then a little bit is stored in the epididymis. Okay, so we have semen. Seminal fluid is made in 3 places. We get some from the seminal vesicle. We get some from the prostate gland. And then this model does not show it, but there is a little pea-sized gland about right here called the
Barlowthin.
What was it called? I'll find it here in a minute.
Barlow?
The bulbourethral gland.
Bulbourethral.
The Bartholin's gland's in the
Oh.
female.
He was a B. Buff.
Yeah, I know. Those people get those confused all the time. Okay. The bulbourethral gland right here also makes seminal fluid. The bulbourethral gland's main job is to provide lubricant. Okay. Here we have a little bit of food and a little bit of food and just more fluid.
That's what she said.
Carbohydrate.
Oh.
Carbohydrate. You got to have carbohydrate for those sperm. They get a long swim ahead of them. It's the equivalent of swimming the English Channel like 4 times.
Just out the penis or in the like fertilized.
This whole big swim.
It's a waste of carbs.
To here.
When I get past that.
So I don't know how much sperm are good for them.
They're more talented than
It's a
you.
rather large vestibule.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So seminal vesicle, prostate gland. Okay. There's a seminal vesicle on each side. So there's 2. They have ducts that go this way and then meet at the urethra. Okay. They meet right here in what's called the prostatic urethra because it's going through the prostate. So this little part here is the ejaculatory duct. But anyway, the ejaculatory duct goes from the seminal vesicle to the urethra. So there's 2 of them coming, one's coming this way, one's coming this way. This model doesn't really show it very well. And then we have the urethra that goes out and exits through the tip. Okay. Here on the outside you can see the glands, penis. Equivalent is, where is she? The clitoris right here. Is that right? Yeah. Clitoris right here, this big thing. I'll get that in a minute.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You've never heard of it before?
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was too far.
The inside of the penis has 3 cavernous areas. Okay, one of them is the corpus cavernosum. It's paired. Okay, so there's two right along the top. And then underneath that is the corpus spongiosum. Embedded in the corpus spongiosum is the urethra.
It's on here.
It is on here, yes.
It's on here.
But I'm using my mobile part. Okay. Here's the pubic symphysis. Pubic symphysis. Here's the inside of the testes. Okay. This is a little bit better example for the testes and some of those things like that. Okay. And that is about it. Okay. Everything else has already been shown on here. Except on the model here, when I flip it up, he's been half circumcised, half uncircumcised. Okay. So here is the foreskin. Okay.
Wait, what?
This is the prepuce right here.
Oh, I missed that.
The prepuce is the hood.
The hood?
Just like Batman.
Just for you, Josh.
I heard this compared to horses. I did not make that one.
Okay. And I believe that is about it on